For this video, I wanted to showcase a version of Grixis Control that I've been playing in Best of 1 lately. Much like my last video, this one is a list that has a lot of discard effects. Specifically, I'm still rocking 4 Duresses, and I'm still rocking 4 Thought Erasures because I just get tickled every time I get to look at your hand and take a card out of it. Now, this is not necessarily a great fine-tuned Grixis list because there's a lot of cards that I don't own. Even when you go down to the mana base here, for example, there are some things that I am, missing sets of, because if I hover over this, you can see I never have rare wild cards. I'm constantly crafting whenever I unlock things, but that's going to explain some of the choices. Like, for example, I can only run 2 Bedevils because that's all I've opened so far. So I'm rocking Rampage here as like a budget version. So if you're looking at this list and you're wondering, hey, like, why are you including that? It might just be because it's a budget option. Again, similarly, for just another example here, I'm running a couple of Ritual of Soot and 2 Cries as my board sweeping package. Why? Because like that's what I have in my collection to do there. But the good news is lots of discard, like I said. So my last video was Esper with a heavy discard package because I said I wanted 4 Duresses, 4 Thought Erasures, and like 7 Teferi's. This one is next level. This is 4 Duresses, 4 Thought Erasures, and 8 Nicol Bolas. So I'm rocking the creature as a 4 of because it also makes your opponent discard cards. And then we also have this one, which, they might end up exiling a card from their hand. So maximum disruption going on. And it does give me an excuse to rock the amazing styled art on this as well. And then the rest is, again, just kind of a traditional control package as best as you can, dealing with threats. The idea is you just kind of keep playing bombs and hope your opponent runs out of answers for your bombs. Nicol Bolas is a bomb. This Nicol Bolas is a bomb. We got the one Liliana. That's a bomb they have to deal with. And so on and so forth. Eldest Reborn, potentially more discard. And you get to steal a bomb, replay one of your bombs. Decent amount of card draw. We got the insights. I'm running 1 Deliver Unto Evil because we are running 8 Nicol Bolas. So, maybe we'll get to pay 3 and draw 4 cards. Maybe not. Either way, this is the list. We're going to do what I always do. We're going to go play a couple of games so I can kind of showcase it. Hopefully we'll have some fun along the way and maybe win some games. Jumping into a game on the old Grixis. And we've got our colors covered. We've got a discard option. We really wish we were on the play, but everything else seems okay. Wilds, huh? That's interesting. That doesn't tell me anything about what I'm playing against at the moment. Planes, huh? Alright, well. Let's go take a peek. Well, if we... Ew, all of these are pretty gross. It's actually funny because if we get rid of this, that helps them because they don't have the 2 green. So I actually think we get rid of the Revival Revenge. We're fine with a land. Play the Catacombs because it opens up Bedevil if needed. Go with this so that we can insight at the end of their turn if needed. Like so. Get our Bolas on.
All will bow before Bolas.
picking up another one is great, so that even if they do have an answer for this, we're in a
no weakness
a good
I
position.
cannot exploit.
Let's go ahead and play that. And then the rest is just defense, right? So we can do this and we'll end up just discarding a land at this point.
Witness a mote of my power.
Because why not? And that's it. Yeah, our opponent was bricked. But honestly, I feel like we were in a good position even if they were not. We had a good hand. Weren't missing land drops. Not one but two nickel bolus. Lots of good spot removal. It's a good way to start. Continuing our hunt for massive amounts of discard. Oh, ew. I don't think we can really afford to throw back a 4-land hand, and we do have an opener with duress. We'll keep it. Give me those sweet, sweet cards. Just a Teferi, huh? Alright, right now this looks like Bant mid-range. Alright, that could be bad for us. All things considered. Really wish that we had a Thought Erasure to follow this up with. Yeah, let's go see what the other card is. Absolutely nothing, just more land, huh? Okay, well, at least they're kind of as flooded as we are. But the biggest issue that we have right now is this Deputy of Detention means it's going to eat our bolus. Now we could use this to get rid of this. Then we'll have no answer for the Deputy. At least until we top deck it. But we could then use this to maybe get it back. Yeah, let's go ahead and make him get rid of it. I mean, there's no point in playing around it, since we effectively can't at the moment. So all we can really do... Oh, we actually don't have the black. Ha! Ha ha. Ha. Fair. Thought we had a third black. Well, we'll go ahead and use the insight at the end of our turn and maybe find something. Now that is a significant issue. That's a very significant issue. I'm not sure how we're gonna tackle it. Well, we'll go ahead and do this, I suppose. They're just gonna shuffle it third. We don't really run counter spells to deal with it that way, so discard is our best option, but of course the minute they draw it, they'll play it. We need to find a black source so that we can play Bolus to eat the Deputy. We did not find a black source. But ideally, we wanted to play the bolus to eat the deputy. And then use Ritual of Soot to clear things out. But again, we're short a black source. So I think we just pass. We'll have to use Insight again. Likely get rid of our Deliver Unto Evil. But Oketra's a bit of an issue. Let's actually cancel here. We want to at least feign like we're running a counter spell. Even though, let's be honest, we're not. Alright, so we found a black source. Finally.
I am not going to sit this one out.
Now what to do, what to do. The +1 means that if we did find a Thought Erasure, then we could deal with this during the draw step, but that's assuming we keep Teferi alive.
Here we go.
We're gonna go ahead and do this. And then the next question is, do we play Nickel Bolus or do we just wait and use the Contempt here to stall? And then go into this to force out the Deputy and then the Ritual. I think that's our best plan, so we're going to pass. Interesting. Let's go ahead and do this now. It means Deputy is probably going to target the Teferi.
I really should have seen that coming.
But we do have the Ritual here. But the problem is they get the Teferi, but then we can go ahead and catch that and do our best. Let's make him discard with this one. Hope they don't have an answer. We're gonna have to deal with Oketra here at some point. Interesting. Interesting, interesting. Let's go ahead and
Once again.
see what we get out of this. That was not helpful. I mean, not really helpful anyway. Well, they lost the creature. They must really
Let your weak minds crumble.
value that card.
My prowess is unmatched. Meditate and prepare.
which makes me really want to use it. Because again, they're going to slam this down, and we don't have a good way to return it to their hand unless we somehow steal their Teferi, but we don't really have bounce. So I guess there's no reason to not go see what they got that they wanted to hold on to. I think search is going to stay right where it's at. So they can play Oketra, but we can at least deal with it. Let's use this first. So if we transform this, you know, actually we could have transformed this and then maybe used the -4 to get a Teferi to bounce it. It would have been an interesting path, but at the moment, we'll just go ahead and do this. Again, they're going to shuffle it down. I think it's still correct to buy time. Go ahead and get our attack in. And I'd like to draw some cards.
I know what must be done.
Oh, okay. Sure. Yeah, we'll play the Search. And we get the concession. All right. Not bad. Because at that point, we've ran them out kind of resources. Again, had I thought about it, we could have considered doing the transformation, pulling their Teferi back, and then we could have used the bounce to put a Ketra in the hand and then force them to discard it. Because if you counterspell it or discard it, then it stays in the discard pile. But overall, worked out. Fun deck. I have a lot of fun piloting it when it works because it feels incredibly strong, and then when it doesn't, it just doesn't. But anyway, if you made it this far, thanks for watching, and until next time, I hope to catch you in the next video.